Good evening, Flosstube. This is Tina Frazier coming to you from Columbus, Ohio on St. Patrick's Day, March 17th, 2018 at approximately 10:45 p.m. Today was a good day. I hope all of you out in Flosstube land had a great St. Patrick's Day. Mine was actually pretty good. I started the day off getting up and getting ready to go to my first workout in about 2 weeks with my personal trainer. And then my husband and I went out to Skyline Chili, which is a local kind of fast food establishment here in the Ohio area that serves chili over spaghetti with mounds and mounds of cheese on top, and it's really good. Today they had a special where you could get their green, what they call their green way, and it's basically a bed of green spaghetti with their chili and cheese piled on top of it. Now the green spaghetti is nothing different than the normal spaghetti, it's just colored with green food coloring. And it was cool, so we both had that. And after that we did a little grocery shopping. And after we were done grocery shopping, I dropped my husband back off at home. I got ready and I went to the Ohio Roller Derby home opener doubleheader today. You can see I'm wearing my Ohio Roller Derby shirt. This is what the shirt logo looks like. It's OHRD for Ohio Roller Derby. Today was their home opener. They were playing North Star Roller Girls or Roller Derby from Minneapolis, Minnesota today, and our charter team, which is our internationally ranked team, they won against North Star today pretty handily, which is good for our league. We have a lot of new skaters in the league this year, and some of the veterans have retired. Some of the veterans are taking on new roles, and there's been a couple of veterans that have come back. One of them came back after having a baby last season, so that is good. It was good to watch them skate. And then our B team, which is called Gang Green, G-A-N-G Green, Gang Green, they lost a very close game to the North Star B team, and it was a fun time. This was the first game in many years that I've got to spectate, which means I also got to cheer, which is good. I got a little hoarse, and I also got the chance to drink beer. Now, unfortunately, they don't sell beer there that I really care to drink, so I just ended up with a pretzel and some Pepsi. But you know, hey, I got to spectate, and that's all that matters, because I got to cheer, and I got to clap, and I got to scream, and I got to yell, and I got to boo, which you can't do as a non-skates official or off-skates official, because you have to maintain a poker face. You can't show bias against any one team, so you just kind of have to, you know, maintain a down the middle path demeanor. Sorry about that. Oh my word, that was a little odd. Sorry about that, you guys. Anyway, so the game today was really nice, and I had a really good St. Patrick's Day, and the OHRD colors are Kelly green, black, and white, so it made it really easy for me to to dress up. Now, I also have beer and shamrock socks. Now, these are the coolest things. I don't know if I'm going to be able to show you this. Don't mind the camera moving. Don't mind the mess in the background. I don't think I'm going to be able to show you these. I could probably, well, yeah, hold on just a minute. I like goofy socks. I've been buying a lot of my socks from the Target dollar spot. Come on, you, get off my foot. There we go. Oh, there we go. So these were the socks I was wearing today, you guys. They're beers and shamrocks, aren't they cute? I like socks. These come from the Target dollar spot area. I've been buying a lot of goofy socks because it's one of the goofy things that I can wear at work. So I have quite a collection of holiday socks, like St. Patrick's Day socks. Some of the socks I'm missing, though, I really don't have any, excuse me, I don't have any 4th of July socks, nor do I have any Thanksgiving socks. I have plenty of Halloween socks, plenty of Christmas socks, Easter socks, Valentine's Day socks, St. Patrick's Day socks. I don't have any good 4th of July socks, nor do I have any Thanksgiving socks. Thanksgiving socks are really hard to find. I do have one pair of Hanukkah socks. I'm not Jewish, but I do have a pair of Hanukkah socks. And I have a couple other goofy socks, like some of my everyday fun socks are, I have Studio Ghibli socks, which is a Japanese animation company. I have some Gudetama socks, which is the lazy egg from Sanrio. I have some Hello Kitty socks, obviously. I have some Pokemon socks. I have some other just, you know, generic, fun, decorative socks. And I really like them. I really prefer the shorter ones, you know, that kind of go maybe just above the ankle bone. These ones are pretty short. But yeah, here's my St. Patty's Day sock of choice for today, beer and shamrocks. But I hope you guys had a good St. Patrick's Day. I'm also kind of looking forward to tomorrow because it is my 47th birthday. Yep, tomorrow, March 18th, is my birthday. I'm looking forward to it. Probably just going to spend the afternoon hanging around with Dylan. One of the roller derby skaters, her daughter is in a play, a rendition of Peter Pan. She's playing the part of Rufio. So they have a performance at 2:30 p.m. tomorrow. I may decide to go to that. But at 6 p.m., I'm meeting a bunch of my friends for dinner. It's kind of like it's become an annual thing for us to go to BD's Mongolian barbecue for dinner. So we're all meeting there around 6. There'll probably be about 10 to 15 of us meeting for dinner. So it'll be fun. It's pretty low key. I don't do anything super special for my birthday. Just get together with friends. But other than that, yeah, this weekend's been a pretty good weekend, and I have Monday off because I have to go get the tags and the license and everything for the car. So I'll be doing that on Monday. But other than that, I really don't have much. Sorry if you see a bug flying around here. There's a box elder bug. Just kind of enjoying being out of the elements outside. But yeah, so I have a couple of new updates, a couple of things to show you, and a couple of things that I actually missed in my last live video that I had, and I should have shown you. Oh, goodness. But I just kind of forgot about. So let me do a little bit of housekeeping first. I want to thank everybody for subscribing, and I see a couple of new subscribers show up every day. I'm not sure if that's due to the, I think it's the Stitch Mania Facebook group Flosstube list. I don't know if some of the newer people that are adding their channels to that see mine and decide to subscribe. But if that's where you're coming from, welcome. If you found me some other way, that's great. You can leave me a message. You know, I'll get back to you. And I really appreciate you guys subscribing. It's just real interesting to see how many people like me or like my channel and like what I have to talk about. So anyway, thank you again for subscribing. Thank you for your comments that you've been leaving. I try to at least acknowledge that you made a comment in some way, whether giving a thumbs up or replying to some of your questions or comments. Ooh. But anyway, so there is that. Okay, so just wanted to give a couple, at least one main shout out. So I've been watching I've been binge watching rather, some Flosstube channels recently. And one of the ones that I just kind of finished up and got caught up with all the way was a person from the Bay Area. Her YouTube channel is Top Knot Stitcher, Knot. She usually wears her hair up in a little bun, kind of in the back. She's a really nice lady, and she was fairly new to Flosstube. She hasn't posted too many things, but oh goodness, excuse me. She posted at first. She had one of her videos. She was talking about being a newer Flosstuber, and she talked about having a stash, and talking about generating a new stash and stitching on non-native fabric for the first time. Now, I remember like my first non-Aida fabric project was MLI's Ice Angel. I don't know if you guys know the picture of that. I'll probably add a picture. If I don't add a picture here, I'll probably add a picture at the end of the video for you to show. It might not be the picture of mine. It might. Oh goodness, here comes another yawning fit. Sorry you guys. I think it's just sitting down. My body's starting to catch up to me. But anyway, so my first linen project was MLI's Ice Angel. My mom had bought me the pattern. My mom and stepdad came in to Ohio sometime back in the early 90s to visit me for the summer. And it was one of their first times here. And we took a day trip and went up to Amish country. Which, Ohio, sorry about that. Ohio Amish country is about an hour and a half northeast of Columbus, up in Worcester, Ohio. It's not pronounced Wooster, it's Wooster. All the people up there call it Worcester. So it's up in Worcester, Ohio, up near that area. So we went up there, spent the day. We happened to be in this Amish gift shop, and I had seen these cross-stitch patterns hanging in the corner of the wall, and they were all Marilyn Leavitt emblems. You know, she was the designer for Lavender and Lace, Butternut Road, Told in the Garden. Those were all her lines of cross-stitch patterns. And I saw some of them hanging up on the wall, and I'd never seen them before, and I just assumed that they were Amish. Little did I know. But anyway, so they were in the Amish gift shop, and I kept going back to the pattern of Ice Angel because it was just really intriguing to me. And my mom said, well, go ahead and pick out something from the store, you know, and I'll go ahead and buy it for you as a souvenir. So I went back and I got the pattern. And I think at that time the pattern was like $8 or $9. It wasn't very, very expensive. But it didn't have anything with it. It was just the pattern. So my mom got me Ice Angel. And so when I got back to my cross-stitch store a few weeks later, I picked out the linen for it. This is my first linen project. Picked out the linen for it, got the marlet, got the beads, got everything I needed, and proceeded to start. Oh goodness. Yeah, I don't really feel tired. I guess my body's just telling me that, you know, I either need to get more oxygen or maybe I do need to go to bed early. But I'm going to get through this video first because I have a little bit I want to talk about. But anyway, so Ice Angel was my first pattern or first linen project. And I got it started. And it was great. It was great. I didn't have any problems with it. You know, it used a lot of white marlet. And marlet isn't exactly easy to use. It had blending filaments. It had metallic floss. It had beads. It was my first beading project too. And it was wonderful. And I never went back to stitching on Ada much after that. It was beautiful. So yeah, I probably should just go take a picture of it and put it at the end of my video. So you'll probably see my final stitch piece. This was the first piece that I ever entered in the Ohio State Fair. I don't remember the year off the top of my head, but I will also include a picture of the ribbon. I believe that piece took 3rd place the year I entered it. But yeah, it's a beautiful piece. And the lady that framed it was the lady that did the framing at my local cross-stitch store. And it turned out really well. Ooh, I want to say I stitched it on the fabric that it calls for in the pattern. Because I didn't know any better. You know, I just followed the pattern. But it was fun. And I also believe, I want to say I actually did the face over one. But I can't remember. I think I did do the face over one. And it was my first over one face. And I also never went back to not stitching my faces over one. Yeah. Anyway, so that was my first thing. And that Top Knot Stitcher is the one that came up with her first thing, her first non-Ada fabric project. All right. So let's see. One of the other people that I've been watching is Calico. I don't know if people out there have heard of her, but she has she likes birds. Birds are her thing. She also likes Santas, I think, was another thing. And she just recently uploaded a few videos. She'd been gone for a little while. And she was like the first or second Flosstuber that I came along when I first started watching videos. Calico. Then there's, of course, you know, Just Keep Stitching, Pam and Stephanie. They're they're a hoot to watch. I really like watching them. They make me laugh. And I'm friends with them on Facebook now. Hi, Pam and Steph. Yeah, they're Ohio Stitchers as well. Those are the top 3 that I've been watching recently, along with Candy Stitches and Stitcherista, obviously. I've been watching, kind of binge watching a little at work because we really don't have much to do. But I also remembered that I have a subscription to Sling TV, which allows me to get ESPN channels, so I can watch college softball now, and college softball has started for the season. So I've kind of been flipping back and forth between Flosstube and softball. So there's a lot of that going on for me right now. Alright, so I talked about Top Knot Stitcher and building a stash and stitching on linen for the first time. She also is reading a Needlework Cozy Mystery by Amanda Lee. The first book in the series that she's read is called Quick and the Thread. I have also had, I just put it away, dang it. I have also, over the years, have started reading cozy mysteries. They're real easy, simple, usually murder mysteries, where they include patterns or crochet patterns, knit patterns, cross stitch patterns. A lot of them include recipes, and the only way that my husband will let me collect recipes of any kind is if I buy these cozy mysteries, because at least I'll read them. And if they have recipes in them, then great. We may try them out, we may not. But so I've been reading cozy mysteries. Now, let me get this one. I'm going to pause here and get the book that I want to show you, and so I can talk a little bit more about it with you. Hold on just a minute. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. So Top Knot Stitcher has been reading a Needlework Cozy Mystery by Amanda Lee, and she just finished the first book called Quick and the Thread. Oh, excuse me. Bear with me just a moment. I'm going to take some tea. Take a drink of some tea. Tonight I'm drinking Constant Comet by Bigelow, or Bigelow, however you say it, out of my Thomas Kincaid mug. It's just kind of a winter scene mug, a little Christmassy mug. Constant Comet was my grandma's most favorite tea in the world. I like it. I like quite a few other teas too, but Constant Comet is a good one in a pinch. But anyway, so she's been reading the Cozy Mystery, Needlework Mysteries by Amanda Lee. And there's many, many different cozy mystery authors out there now. Quite a few years ago, probably back in the late 90s, maybe even the very early 2000s. Instead of using Facebook, instead of using Twitter, Instagram, whatever, we used to have to go to news groups. And one of the news groups that I used to like to read, or used to like to visit, was one at rec.crafts.textiles.needlework. Now, I don't know if any of you remember how to get there, or if any of you out in Flosstube were out there at this point in time. But this news group, rec.crafts.textiles.needlework, was the place to hang out to talk about cross stitch or needlework, generally needlework of any kind, but mostly cross stitch. And there was this author by the name of Monica Ferris, Ferris, who decided at one point that she wanted to do this needlework mystery, but she didn't know a lot about needlework. She knew some general stuff, but she wanted to be able to like pick people's brains and stuff. So she got on the news group and she started asking questions, and everybody in the news group started giving her pointers, giving her tips, giving her explanations and everything like that. So she came out with this needlework mystery series. And the first book in the series is called Cruel World. Crewel. Cruel World. Cruel is a form of needlework. So this is her first book, Monica Ferris. A lot of these books were sold in cross-stitch stores, craft stores, and everything like that, because this is one of the first needlework mystery series. Now this one is copyright 1999. 1999. So this book came out in 1999. And my local needlework shop was selling these, and they got them signed. So this one, I have this one signed from Monica Ferris. I actually didn't meet her because she was in the shop when I couldn't be there. But they had her sign this for me. So I have a signed book by Monica Ferris. But this is called Cruel World. There's many books in this series. I forget exactly how many. But this is a needlepoint. This has a needlepoint pattern in it. It's really cool. This is of the Tang horse, worked in continental stitch using 3 strands of Madeira silk. You're not going to be able to get the pattern out of this, but that's what the pattern looks like. It's just in the back of the book, just a generic thing. But this is the first in this series. I have probably about 10 of them. I don't exactly remember how many were in the series, but this is the first book. And if you look kind of up where my finger is, right there, there's a stack of books on the top shelf. Almost all of those books are the Monica Ferris books. So I have a good chunk of the books. Now, I've read quite a few of them. I don't think I've read all of them. I know I've read this one, and this is a really good series too. Now, the reason why I like these books is because, you know, she commented on some of my posts on rec.crafts.textiles.needlework, and she answered questions. She asked some questions that a few of us have posted answers to. Now, I can't tell you exactly if any of my suggestions or hints or tips or, you know, answers made its way anywhere into the books, because I don't think she specifically called out who she mentions in her books. But she does mention in her foreword of the book, yeah, she mentions in her little foreword of the book, you can see she mentions rec.crafts.textiles.needlework, an internet news group. So I got these books because I was involved in that news group when she was writing these stories, and she was asking for input. So there you go. If you're looking for a good cozy mystery series, these aren't too bad of a read, and they're pretty good. So, and you get patterns with them too. So here's another cozy mystery besides the ones being read by Top Knot Stitcher, written by Amanda Lee. I don't have any of Amanda Lee's needlework mysteries, but I'm going to pick them up. I went to Barnes & Noble the other day, and they didn't have the first one in the series. And sadly, when I pick up these new cozy mysteries, I like to start with the first book. And I bought the first book to see if I really like the author. And I've read quite a few of these, and a lot of these, they're really quick reads. I can usually read them in about a day or two. So they're pretty fast, and they're pretty good. So if you're looking for something to read about needlework, I would suggest Monica Ferris, Cruel World as the first one. And this is a Needlecraft mystery. Basically what happens is a lady arrives in Minnesota, and she wants to visit her sister. Her sister owns a needle workshop. So at some point in time in this book, you know, something happens, and she starts investigating a murder. And it involves the needle workshop. So Cruel World is the name of the needle workshop that her sister owns. So that is where the title comes into play in the book. Cruel World is the name of the shop that she goes to visit her sister in. So anyway, if you want a quick read and a pretty entertaining read and learn some insight from people that read news groups back in 1999, like me, this might be a good series for you to catch up on. So hopefully you'll check it out. It's pretty good. I don't know if this has a listing of some of the other titles in it. No. I can put the other titles to the series that I know down below in the comments. At the end of the video, so you can take a look at them. But yeah, Cruel World by Monica Ferris. Cozy mystery that I'm kind of into. Which kind of leads me into a little bit of a segment. Kitten Stitcher, I think, is one of the ladies that does the I'm All Into series. So I like cozy mysteries, and I like mysteries where you can get recipes. And is that in here too? I don't think so. I think I took it out. Oh, so while I was in Barnes & Noble, I also like, so I'm kind of all into cozy mysteries, and I also like reading Amish books, like Beverly Lewis. Maybe it's Beverly Lewis, but I like reading those Amish romance novels. I don't know why. We took a trip to Lancaster, Pennsylvania a few years back for a convention, and I went on a bus tour from the hotel through Amish country to take a look at it. And at the end of the tour, we stopped at a winery in Amish country and had a wine tasting, and it was really good. And ever since then, I kind of have liked Amish stuff. Now, I've always liked Diane Graebner designs. You know, I got one or two of those recently. I've always liked her designs, even before I went to Amish country. But since then, I've actually picked up a couple of interests in, like, there's Amish murder mysteries and Amish romances. Well, when I was at Barnes & Noble looking at cozy mysteries, I found one that's set in an Amish candy shop. This is by Amanda Flower, and it's called A Salted Caramel. These names on these cozy mysteries really kind of make me laugh. But as you can see, this is set in an Amish candy shop. So, of course, being Amish, kind of had to pick it up. And it looks like it's going to be a pretty quick read. The other thing is, you know, like on the back, look, it says recipe included. It's right up my alley. So yeah, The Salted Caramel, Amanda Flower. This is the first in a new series. So I got book one. They had a second book. I didn't pick it up. I kind of wanted to read this one first before I got into the second one. Because I have a lot of cozy mysteries, and I have a lot of Amish books to read. I have a lot. Oh, and I'm also reading Diana Gabaldon's An Echo in the Bone, I think is the one that I'm in. I've read most of the series several times. Yeah. And I just finished A Breath of Snow and Ashes for like the second or third time a couple weeks ago, and I'm in An Echo in the Bone, I think, for the second time. I haven't read Written in My Own Heart's Blood yet at all, but yeah, I'm reading Echo the Bone, I think, a second time, and I'm really digging that. I love her books. I just love her books. But yeah, I also read cozy mysteries and stuff, so this one I kind of started a little bit. I ended up getting to page 6. I'm on page 6. Page 6. I just wanted to see. I read this the other night, the night I bought it, just to see, and it seems like it's going to be pretty interesting. So, cozy mysteries. This one is set in an Amish candy shop. So, it's Amish, you know, I'll probably read up on it. Alright, so I've talked a little bit of that. I showed you my new book. I mentioned that Cozy Mysteries are the only way I can get recipes anymore. Sorry, I'm looking at some notes. I have some notes. I have some notes written up here. Don't mind my handwriting. My handwriting's kind of icky. But I have some notes written down. Excuse me for not being loud. Okay. I know a lot of people, there's quite a few people that do Flosstube that also do something called BookTube, where they talk about books. Well, I'm probably not going to do a separate one for that. I'll probably just kind of show you, like I just did, the books I'm going to read, the books I'll be reading. A little recap. Amanda Flowers, Salted Caramel, Amish Mystery, Cruel World, Monica Ferris, Needlepoint. So I'll probably just do little blurbs like that every so often, show you some books that I'm interested in, what I'm all into at that point. So anyway, oh, and there's also, most of you probably know the Debbie McComber set of books too. There's knit-alongs and crochet-alongs and stitch-alongs that have to do with those books, and she's released pattern books for the stuff that people stitch in the classes in the Debbie McComber books too. So, oh yeah. Give me just a minute again. I have to pause and I have to get the other thing I was going to show you. So, bear with me just a minute. Hi, I'm back. Sorry about the little bit of a delay there. I had to locate the pictures that I rescued. Anyway, so before my last live video, I had one of the nights that we went to do laundry, there is a Volunteers of America thrift store that's near there. And I don't remember if you'd watched the video that I had a while back where I had rescued, or I hadn't rescued, but I had picked up this bag of needlework stuff that had like a couple of Care Bear kits and some other kits with it that were really cute, and a gold collection kit, little mini kits. But I went back to the same thrift store 2 weeks ago now, and while I was wandering around back in where they have the crafts and some of the toys and stuff, I came across this one package. Actually, there was two of them sitting there, or hanging up, and it's these Janlin kits from the Janlin Corporation for Dolly Mamas, M-A-M-A-S, Dolly Mamas, counted cross-stitch kits. Here's the first one, Merry Christmas. This is a kit here, Merry Christmas. You guys, I got this kit for 90 cents. I got this kit for 90 cents. Everything's in here. This one's all taped up. It still has the tape on it, but it's all taped up. It has everything in it. The Aida fabric, the floss, everything. Everything's in here. 90 cents. 90 cents. Then they had a second one hanging up with it. I don't know if these were in the right order. Look! It's part of a series, Dolly Mamas. This one says Holiday Hammered. She's drinking a martini or something. Holiday Hammered. This one I just had said Merry Catmas. Merry Catmas. She has a cat on her head. That's very cute. Merry Catmas. It's very cute. And then I wandered down the aisle, and just laying on the shelf was two more. 90 cents each. 90 cents each. So I bought all four of them. I figured that's cute. They're a little bit of a set. Not exactly my style. This one is All I Want for Christmas is a Nap. That kind of explains me right now. 90 cents though. Look, 90 cents. 90 cents. And this one here, Dolly Mamas. This is Holiday Shoppertunist. Holiday Shoppertunist. These aren't exactly my style, but you know what? I'm going to keep them. And I'll probably get one big piece of fabric and maybe put them all in there. Maybe I'll do them separately. I don't know, you guys. 4 kits for less than $4. Yeah, I think I hit the jackpot on these, you guys. Ta-da! 4 kits, less than $4. Yay! So that was my big haul that week. I was really happy to get those. I'm gonna stick those down over here, otherwise they're gonna fall over here. All right. So near my local needle workshop, there is an American Cancer Society store that takes donations if you wish to make donations. But it's kind of a little, I don't know if it's necessarily a consignment shop. I think it's just a, you know, these are things that are donated to the American Cancer Society that they try and sell. And you can find some pretty inexpensive stuff, and they're cheap, you know, pretty nice. So last week, I went in there. My husband wanted to go to the Japanese store to pick up some lunch stuff for his lunches this last week. So I went into the American Cancer Society store. And sometimes you can find bins of like magazines and stuff like that. So let me just show you these. They had a pretty big bin with many magazines, and I picked up these 3 cross-stitch magazines in there for $1 a piece. This is the Cross Stitch and Needlework April 1999 magazine. So I have this. I got it for $1. We have the Cross Stitch and Needlework October 1999 magazine. Now there's some cute stuff in these 2 magazines. I don't know that I'll necessarily stitch them, but I have them anyway. And then I also got the Crazy for Cross Stitch November 2002 magazine for $1. If people are interested, I can do a kind of like a show, like a walkthrough, show you what patterns are in them. But yeah, and then so right next to where they had the basket of magazines in the American Cancer Society shop, they also had some other stuff. Now some of this stuff is really, really cool. I got a Dimensions Craft Blessings Counted Cross Stitch Kit. I hadn't seen this one before. This is really cute. Little bear. Little bears hugging. It looks like best friends, like bestie bears. A little birdhouse in the back. It was listed new for $7.99. I got it for $2. Comes with the floss and the Ada. Actually, this is on clear perforated paper and perforated plastic. Actually, it's perforated plastic. I don't know if you can see that. It's perforated plastic. Yeah, it's plastic. You don't see too many on the clear perforated plastic, but it comes with the floss. So I thought that was really cute. For $2, I picked it up. You know, if I decide not to do it, maybe it'll go out to somebody. I don't know. It's cute, though, and it's on perforated plastic. So there you go. $2. One other thing that caught my eye was they had some stuff put in baggies. Like somebody had the stuff and put it in baggies. So this one was marked at $1, and it was in a baggie. This is how it came. It said 2 cross stitch patterns. Has this little pattern and this hummingbird pattern. This little winter pattern and this little hummingbird pattern. So I took them out after I bought them for $1, 50 cents a piece. I took them out. So the original patterns were here, and it looks like they had made the hummingbird pattern bigger. They had made the hummingbird pattern bigger to use. But the winter scene is called, and I can't show you this. Well, I can show you this. It's a Daydreams kit called Winter Walk by Dimensions. This is it. Daydreams Winter Walk by Dimensions. I'm not going to show you the back side because it has the pattern on it. But yeah, because the pattern's up in this corner on the back. It's a little pattern. Does it give you the stitch count? No. It's less than 50 by 50. It's less than 50 stitches by 50 stitches, so it's a little teeny pattern. But it's the Winter Walk one. This is Winter Walk. And then you have the Hummingbird pattern. This one, the person must have stitched. This one is also a Daydreams kit. This is called Hummingbird Grace. Hummingbird Grace. And I'll show you the picture. Hummingbird Grace is the hummingbird. So I have Winter Walk and Hummingbird Grace. I'm definitely probably keeping these on hand because the Winter Walk is interesting and the Hummingbird is really cute. So I'm at least keeping these and putting these in my stash. I don't know when or if I'll even get to stitching them, but I thought they were really cute for 50 cents a piece. You know, I don't even know if these are out of print or what, but I have these. And then one of the other things that really caught my eye in the same bin that I got this was this other baggie of patterns that was marked $2. So I got these for $1 a piece. There's 2 of them in here. I only saw one. This is the picture of the first one.
Hi.
Hello.
How you doing?
Good.
Honest?
Honest. That was my husband.
Your husband's good.
Hi again. Sorry about the pause. I just kind of had to pause because my husband came upstairs to use the facilities. So he kind of interrupted the video for a minute and we talked for a bit. So anyway, I was showing you this. Here's the picture of the pattern. The first pattern in the thing. And I had never really seen this, but this pattern is really cute. It's a little girl, I guess, baking things with her mom or grandma in an old-fashioned house. I like this a lot. So I'm probably going to end up stitching this. But I opened up the thing to see who the designer was, and I'd never heard of this. So I'm going to show you this part, this little corner. This is Heart of the Country, all rights reserved, Baking Secrets, copyright 1986, designed by, I think it's Diana Spano. Heart of the Country, Baking Secrets by Diana Spano. Maybe it's not Diana. I don't know. But anyway, I'd never heard of them, so I did a search. There's quite a few patterns, actually, of theirs that you can get, but I don't know if they're even in print anymore. So, this was the first one, Baking Secrets. Baking Secrets, copyright 1986. This is really cute. I'm probably going to end up stitching it. The second one in there is also by the same designer, Heart of the Country. Let me get this kind of there. Let me put this over here. This one is Heart of the Country, Quaker Apples, copyright 1986. Oh, it's Donna Spano. Donna, not Diana. Donna Spano. Quaker Apples. These are really cute. I don't know if I'll stitch this one. I'm definitely probably stitching the Country Kitchen one. There's a couple other ones in that Country Kitchen line that I'll probably end up working or getting at some point. I don't even know how this is supposed to be folded up. But, yeah, there we go. Figure it out. There we go. But yeah, I'm probably going to be stitching this one. I don't know if I'll stitch the Quaker Apples one. I'm definitely stitching this one. And I'm probably going to see if I can find a couple of the other ones that are similar to this. Because I actually kind of really like that. And I've never seen these. I wasn't stitching back in 1986. I started stitching in late 89. So it's been a long time. So yeah, if any of you know of Donna Spano, it's Donna, not Diana, Donna Spano's patterns from Heart of the Country. If any of you have them, you know, let me know. Maybe we could do a trade or something. But yeah, so that's what I got from the store. from the American Cancer Society resale shop. So I was really happy that day. And also while I was there, they also have some frame pieces. Now the frame pieces, I won't show you the one that caught my eye, because actually it is going to be the first one that I'm going to show you that caught my eye. And I was really surprised, because I have seen the patterns for these. I haven't actually seen one done, but I have seen the patterns for these. And I actually own a couple of the patterns, or thought I wanted to own a couple of the patterns. So this first framed piece that was in there is the Marbeck. I wrote it down. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Oh, it's okay. It's the Marbeck Snow Angel. I'm going to have to move my computer back so you can see this in all its glory. Don't mind the mess. Marbeck Snow Angel. You guys. Look at this. This was not stitched by me. I did not stitch this. Somebody stitched this. It was done in 2007. Somebody put the year on it. I haven't looked at it super closely to see if I can see if whoever stitched it signed it. This wasn't stitched by me, you guys. But look. Metallic threads. You can see the shimmer. Look at that. It's on Aida, and it's not stretched very well. Because the Aida, if you tilt this, I'm not going to tilt it up, but you can see up here at the top, like if you look up under the lip here, you can see the Aida doesn't go very far, so it's not like wrapped. I think it's just let up in here. That's why it's kind of rippled a little bit in the frame. You can see that. It's not very stretched. But look at that, you guys. Somebody donated this for sale. I got it for 35 bucks. 35 bucks. 35 bucks. It's stitched. Look at, and it's actually stitched really nicely. You can see the metallic threads in it though. It's a Marbeck Angel, you guys. I got it for 35 bucks. Done. Yeah, I'm going to put this up. I might have to reframe it. I like the frame. The frame's not bad. But the thing I just noticed tonight is the back. I think this is this middle part here that's sticking out right here. I think this is a different frame that they put in the middle of this, of the outside frame. So I'm going to have to look into that. But Marbeck, Snow Angel, look how beautiful this is. And somebody put it up for sale. It's mine now. Now I could be kind of goofy and take it out of the frame and stitch my initials in it. I wouldn't do that. But I could stitch my initials on it and claim I did it. No, I didn't do it. This is one of the ones that I would have bought to do though. I don't think I have the pattern for this. But you guys, a stitched piece for 35 bucks. I wouldn't sell this piece. If I were to charge somebody to do this piece, the fabric and floss alone would be more than 35 bucks because I wouldn't stitch it on Aida. I'd stitch it on linen. The fabric and floss alone would be more than 35 bucks. I got the frame. I got the stitched piece. It probably took somebody well over 100 hours. Yeah. Marbeck, Snow Angel, complete. So when I was digging through the bin of pictures, framed pictures that they had, there was this other one that was in there too. And I don't know if you remember, but a couple months ago I was working on this Hummel piece, the little sweeper girl, for one of the roller derby skaters. And I talked to her tonight. I haven't seen her in a while. And I didn't see her before I retired. But she got the piece, and she loves it. It's hanging up in her bedroom, so she can see it every night before she goes to bed. And she wakes up to it every morning. And she said she's getting ready to retire because she's moving to New York for about 3 years to do basically her dental doctorate or dental master. She's in dental school here. And she's going there to learn anesthesia practices or something for her dental degree. And so she'll be gone for about 3 years. But she said she's going to take a picture of her with it and send it to me. So that'll be good. But she loves the piece. And that was a Hummel. It was the little sweeper girl. It was really cute. I found another Hummel, a stitched Hummel, in the pile of framed pieces at the American Cancer Society store. And I had to have it. And partly because until I had stitched that other Hummel, I'd never seen Hummel charts. This is a stitched Hummel piece, you guys. Stitched. And somebody donated it. Stitched already. You guys, take a load of this. Isn't that beautiful? Oh my God, look at that, you guys. It's stitched. Stitched. Now I did some looking on this and I also couldn't find a name. But this one is a little more professionally framed. It's got the, it's custom designed by Michaels. It has a little Michaels sticker on the back of it. I don't know if Michaels framed it, or if they made it, or if this is hanging up in a Michaels store. But look at that, you guys. It's stitched. And it's either on even weave or linen. I think it's on even weave. But I have a Hummel to hang in my house, you guys. $22. And it's stitched. If any of you know the name of this pattern, let me know. I'd like to write it down for my records. It's a Hummel, and it's stitched, and I paid $22 for it. Yes. So, those were my 2 big rescues this week. Now, quite a while ago, I had rescued this other piece. There they went. Quite a while ago, I'd rescued this other piece. I don't know if you guys, if I'd shown this to you or not. I got this at the thrift store. I don't even remember. Oh, I paid $3.93. You guys, $3.93 for this stitched piece right here. This is one of the, I think it's Lavender and Lace or Told in the Garden. This is one of MLI's free patterns. It was stitched, and I got it for $3.93, already stitched. This piece, though, if you look closely, there's some staining down here. This lower part of her dress is stained. I need to actually take this out of the frame because I don't like the frame. Well, I kind of like the wood part. I don't like the matte. So I need to take it out. It's going to be relatively easy to take out because all I have to do is remove these nails and pop it out of there. But I need to clean it. I need to clean it and get the stains out. Hopefully I can. And hopefully it's not stuck to the mounting board. Hopefully it's just in there. But you can see it's also, it needs to be stretched. But I'm going to see if I can kind of clean it. Because I need to get the staining out that's down here. There was no glass on this. So. And I think 1 or 2 of the beads down here may be missing. But yeah, I don't like this. This was glued on here by something. There was a sticker here that was partially pulled off. I don't like this. So I have to take this out and reframe it. But this I picked up at the Volunteers of America store that I got those Dolly Mama kits at. I got this there sometime mid last year for $4. Somebody was giving this away for $4. Somebody's hard work was being sold at a store. Now, you know what? That actually may not, the more I look at this, that actually may not be stained. It may be, it may not be. But it also may be where somebody just picked up a different color floss to finish it in. I don't know. I'll have to clean it and see if I can get the stuff off of it. But yeah, here was another save. So I have 3 saves. Alright, so that's it for that. Alright, so I had purchased, I don't remember if, I don't know if you remember on my last video, I had showed you that I had gotten a new Totoro pattern. The Totoro pattern, I could only really show you the general gist of it. But I got, it was buy one get one free, so I chose the black and the moon, the one with the moon behind it. It's very, both of them are very similar, just two different styles. So I will show you briefly Totoro and Floral Totoro. Floral Totoro. Alright. If you want to know where to get these, you can get them by L Cross Stitch on Etsy. EL Cross Stitch. EL Cross Stitch. L Cross Stitch on Etsy. Those were that's where I got these Totoro patterns. I'm gonna show this to you way far away. Totoro. Floral Totoro with an umbrella. I thought that was just so pretty. So there's that. I showed you those already. Alright. So I had also purchased a piece of Charles Craft Monaco. Charles Craft Monaco Even Weave from Joann's to do the Floral Totoro. This is white, 28 count. So I was looking in my sewing room to find some bobbins so I can serge the fabric. Just a Monaco Even Weave, just basic white. But I was looking for bobbins so I could get the floss so I could serge my fabric. I self-serged my fabric. It's pretty basic. But I bought this piece so I could start the Totoro. As you know, one of the Stitch Mania stitch-alongs that's posted is the new start on the 18th. Well, the 18th, tomorrow, is my birthday. So I'm going to start probably the Totoro, the Floral Totoro on this fabric. I'm hoping that the fabric is big enough. When I kind of half did the measurements and the calculations at Michael's, or yeah, Joann's when I was picking this out, it said it was gonna fit. So anyway, I'm hoping it fits because this is gonna be the start for my Floral Totoro tomorrow for Year of New Starts, Stitch Mania on the 18th. It's the first new start one I'm doing so far this year because I'm trying not to have too many WIPs. But yeah, I'm doing a new start since it's my birthday. I feel I need a new start, and Floral Totoro is where I'm going with it. Anyway, while I was looking for empty bobbins for my sewing machine so I could put more floss or more thread on the bobbin so I could serge my fabric, I was looking through my sewing box and I found 3 more finished objects. Not fully finished because they're not framed yet, but I found 3 more fully finished, or 3 more finished objects, finished WIPs that I thought I would show you. Well, they're no longer WIPs, so I can't call them WIPs. But they're finished, and they're ones that I don't think I've shown you before. So I figured I would pull them out and show you. I'm not sure the chronological order of these, or when they were stitched. I'm not exactly sure, 100% sure of the fabric that they were stitched on, except I can tell you Ada and linen. I can't tell you if they were a kit. I think one of them was a kit. The other 2 were not kits. But anyway, so I just figured I would show you. This is one I found. Oops, it's upside down. Sorry about that. This was one I found. I believe it was a kit. So I did this one. I didn't sign it, didn't date it. No sign, no date. This one has a lot of French knots in it, though. See all these things here in the heart around the flowers? Those are all French knots. I have never had a problem with French knots. French knots don't bother me, and I don't know why they bother so many people. But these were some of the first few French knots I ever did. You can see they're all pretty uniform, and they're not falling out. They're not stretching out, so that's pretty good. I don't know where this came from. This is done on white Aida, and I believe this is 14 count. It may be 16 count, 18 count. 16 count? I don't think it's 14 count. I think it's 16 or 18 count. But if anybody can tell me the name of this, that would be great. I can't tell you when I finished the stitching on this, but I thought that was cute. At one point in time, my colors were peaches and mint green. Peach and mint green. So that's probably why I picked this, because the ribbons are peach. I don't know. I don't know why I stitched this. I don't know. But anyway, that's one of the finishes that I have from a long time ago. Now the second one, this is a Just Nan. I can tell you it's a Just Nan. It's a class pattern. So you had to take the class to get it. I took the class at my local needle workshop. This one is called Snowflower Lace, I believe is what it's called. It's on the called for linen, but I can't tell you what color that is. It is on linen. I did it on linen because that's what we were given for the class. Just Nan Snowflower Lace. And look at that rose button up at the top. That rose thing is so cute. And it's held on by another little teeny bead. So there's seed beads and petite seed beads in here. And delica beads. You can see some of the blue delica beads right in this row here. Those are delicas. There's pink beads right here. Pink beads, those are delicas. There's some specialty stitches in here, like I think there's some Smyrna crosses and some other things in here. This was a class sampler. You had to take a class to get the pattern. Just Nan Snowflower Lace, I believe, is this. I don't even know if I have the pattern anymore. I might. The only way you could get the pattern for this was to take the class, so I took the class. So yes, I did this. And I think this was back in 1999, 2000. Somewhere around in there. I don't remember when this class was held, but this class was held a long time ago. So there's that. That's finished. And this last one, I believe, is a Curtis Behringer. Behringer, however you say his name. I don't know the name of it. I just know that I stitched it. This one I signed. I can tell you when I started it. I started this in October of 97 and I finished it in January of 98. October 97, January of 98. Curtis Behringer, I believe. This is on natural linen. And I used the... I don't think it was Weeks Dye Works. I think it was... oh, whatever, sampler threads or something. It might have been Weeks Dye Works floss, but it's all variegated. Couldn't tell you the colors. I don't even know if I have the pattern for this anymore. But this is finished. I finished this one in 1998. So this is an older finish of mine. I still need to press it. So, but yeah, I just found these. These were in my little sewing box. So these are going to go in my finish pile. I may actually see if I can find some sort of frame. Maybe make this into a pillow. I don't know. I thought he was cute though. This is probably going to get framed, hung on a wall. I have some small spaces around that I can hang this at. And this, I don't know what I'm going to do with this. This goes with nothing in my house. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I don't know. But yeah, this I think I'm going to get framed, or I'm going to frame it in a small frame and hang it up in a small spot. Maybe it'll go, I don't know if you can see this above me, but if you look above me, there's that little sampler that's above the chickadees. That one says, "In winter when the snow is white, I sing this song for your delight." That's what that one says up there. It's kind of in the same pinks and blue color. Maybe I'll frame this kind of similar to that up there, and do that. Okay, that was a little weird. I think that was like dust. I hope that was dust. That's a little weird. Okay. Yeah, maybe it was a bug. I hope it was a bug. Because that was just a little weird. Creepy. Creepy, creepy. Sorry about that, you guys. No, well, I guess I just won't go into that. Anyway, that's about all I have. I have a little bit of update. So remember I had the Lori Birmingham thing? I worked on it quite a bit last week. Up until last weekend, didn't really work on it much this week. But I got quite a bit of it done. All I have now, so I got started on the tree, you guys. This is the tree in the corner. All I have now is his head in the tree. And then the beads and stuff. But look, I've been filling it in. It's got to be dust. Anyway, I've been filling it in. So you can see his beard. His beard is done. His sleeve and his mitten is done. This sleeve and this mitten is done. And I'm working on the tree. This is the bottom of the tree. One color of the tree. So it's coming along. And I'm hoping to get it finished. I was hoping to get it finished. It's just really weird. I was hoping to get it finished by April 1st. It may still get finished by April 1st. It depends on how long I take working on the new Totoro start. I may also start that new Diane, or that new to me, or not new to me, the Diane Grabner sheep. I may do that one. Evening Feed, I think is what it's called. So I may not get to stitch on this. You can see my new grime guard is on here. That's really cool. Yeah, so. Alright. Hey look, I'm going on an hour. A little over an hour. Alright, so I don't have much more progress other than that. I did start a shawl for my mother-in-law. Crochet shawl. Hopefully she'll get it and she'll like it. I'm not really doing a whole lot of other things. Depression kind of kicked in the last week and a half since my other video. Still no word about the job at work. We're going in. Pardon me while I take a sip of tea. We're still going into work. We don't really have a lot to do. We share job postings, because that's about all we can do. Still haven't heard anything for sure. Rumor has it they're keeping 6 or 7 of us to do projects. I don't know how long that'll last. I don't know. It's been really kind of a downer. This next weekend we're planning on going to visit the in-laws to see my mother-in-law. It's the first time we will be seeing her since her diagnosis. So I don't know how that's going to work out. We're not going to go down there for Easter because we partly don't want to deal with the huge Easter dinner with all the family and the drama and all that. But we're going to go down there. So hopefully I might be able to do a video out on their front porch. That would be kind of fun. Yeah, and maybe the weather would be nicer and I can stitch out there. Maybe I can do a stitch along out on their front porch with you guys. Anyway, so I did the I'm all into. I talked about books. I talked about stash. I think I hit everything I wanted to talk about. I'm sorry this video is an hour long. Hopefully you guys stuck around and watched it. I'm thinking about doing like Past the Stash. There's a couple of groups. I know a couple of people might not know this. Excuse me, but there's a couple of groups online that you can go to if you're looking to get rid of stuff in your stash that you're no longer interested in stitching, or that you've stitched before and you just don't want the pattern anymore. There's a place called, or a Facebook group called Stash Unloading, Cross Stitch Only. Stash Unloading, not Stash Unload. Stash Unloading, Cross Stitch Only. And that's where I've actually got, that's where I picked up the Lori Birmingham pattern that I was missing. And that's where I picked up a couple other things like the Diane Grabner patterns that I just recently got, and a few others. So I have another one coming. It's a Teresa Wensler pattern that I haven't seen, but that reminds me I have to go look into my box of one of my boxes of patterns where I have the Teresa Wensler collection books, because I think I might already have the pattern I just bought. But I'm going to have to go check, because there's a companion pattern to it that I also want to get if I don't have it. So I'm going to have to go check to see if I just spent like $7 on something that I didn't really need. But anyway, so there's Stash and Loading, Cross Stitch Only. That's a Facebook group where you can go and buy and or sell fabric, patterns you don't want, stuff you have multiples of, stuff you don't need anymore, and people will buy them, and you just ship them to wherever the people live. Then there's also Adopt a WIP, Adopt a Work in Progress, Adopt a WIP. It's a Facebook group, and that's where, like, if you've started a piece and you're part of the way into stitching it and you just don't want to stitch it anymore, and you're either looking to get rid of it or you're looking for somebody to stitch it for you and send it back, you can post on there. People post me comments all over, and then you randomly pick a winner, and that winner either gets to take it from you and keep it, or stitch it and return it back to you, whatever. You can do that, and that's the two groups again are Stash and Loading, Cross Stitch Only, and Adopt a WIP, WIP. And there's also a thing called Pass the Stash. I mean, it's just kind of where you either don't want something or whatever, and you just send it to people. Like I sent some fabric and some other stuff to Linda. I'll just call her out. And she was very happy to get the stuff I sent her, because I'm not going to stitch on Ada, and if she can find a use for it, great. So I sent her a bunch of stuff in a small box. But that's Past the Stash. I think that just kind of randomly happens wherever. I don't know if you can post stuff or sell on Stitch Mania or not, but I know Stash and Load, Cross Stitch Only is where I've been spending a lot of time lately, and Adopt a WIP, WIP. 2 Facebook groups that you can go to either get rid of your stash or adopt somebody else's projects that they no longer want to finish. I talked about the pieces I've stitched: the jack-o'-lantern, the jack-o'-lantern, the snowflower lace, and the rose pillow. I did the thrift store haul. Okay, so another thing I wanted to talk about really quick. Stitch Mania has a list of all these stitch-alongs that you can participate in. A couple of the ones that I'm kind of following, I haven't been super active in, but I posted a little bit. One of them is Mill Hill Monday. That's coming up Monday, every Monday, Mill Hill Monday. You work on a Mill Hill kit, whether it be beading, stitching, whatever, finishing. So I've been planning on using those nights to work on the Mill Hill Nativity or the Barbados Santa or any of the other Santa that I have that just has beading. Planning on trying to work on those. I keep forgetting about it. Plus, with work and everything, I just really haven't been wanting to work on those. So hopefully I'll get back into doing that. Tomorrow is my first new year of starts on the 18th of the month. Since it's my birthday, I'm starting a new piece. Go me! Another WIP. I'll be starting the floral Totoro that I showed you on the white fabric. If I do the black one with the moon silhouette, excuse me, the moon silhouette, I know for a fact I'm going to use glow in the dark floss for the moon, but that's probably a little while down the road. I really kind of want to get started on the floral Totoro because I really like Totoro. And I may also start the Diane Graebner evening feed one with the sheep, because I think that one's cute. And I had that one started a long time ago, but it got stolen when my stitching bag got stolen out of my car in front of the church, probably about 8 or 10 years ago now. We've owned my house 10 years, so it's probably been 10 years or more since it was stolen. But anyway, so I showed you the haul. There's just some other, there's just some things that I'm just trying to get done and trying to work on. I get home and I find I'm tired. It's mentally exhausting to sit there for 8 hours a day and pretend that you're busy when you have nothing to do. It's really annoying because I can't pull out a stitching project if I'm sitting at my desk stitching and somebody walks by. Hello, big red flag. Yeah, I could get in trouble for that. It's also the same if I pull out a book and sit there and read. I can't do that. I kind of have to look like I'm working and look like I'm on my computer working. And the other thing is, too, they could come down on us and pull our internet browsing files, and we could get in trouble for that, because a lot of us have been internet browsing. We've been looking for jobs. We've been sharing job postings, internal job postings. So, I mean, it's just doing a lot of nothing. And I'm already drained when I come home, and all I kind of want to do is just go, ugh. So, yeah, I haven't been stitching as much as I'd like to. I really need to get back into it and get working on the shawl. I'm hoping to get the shawl made for my mother-in-law soon. But anyway, this video is running on 1 hour and 16 minutes, so I think I'm just going to cut it here. I hope you guys have had a happy St. Patrick's Day. Technically, right now it's my birthday. It's a little after midnight, but it's tomorrow when I wake up. After my next sleep, it'll be my birthday. I'll turn 47. I'm kind of looking forward to seeing some friends and going out to dinner and hanging out. Have nothing really new planned, except I'm going to start my new Totoro piece. Maybe the Diane Graebner sheep. I don't know if I'll start that one or not. This week I have some stitchy plans. I have some plans with friends. And then next weekend we're going to the in-laws. Next weekend will hopefully be a stitchy weekend for me. If I haven't finished my mother-in-law's shawl, I'll probably be working on that most of the weekend. But, yeah. So, there is that. Anyway. I hope you guys have had a happy St. Patrick's Day. I didn't drink any green beer, but I did have some green spaghetti today. And we had pierogies for dinner. Pierogies were good. They were not green, though. My husband didn't make them green. Also didn't have any green beer. I did go to see roller derby today. It was fun. Other than that, nothing else is going on here, guys. I don't have a whole lot to say. So you may see a video from me next weekend. Maybe I'll do it live. Maybe I'll do it live sitting on the front porch so everybody could see the river traffic. If the weather's nice and it's not too cold, I'll go sit outside on their front porch so you can see the Ohio River, as exciting as it is. But anyway, so that's about all I have for you guys. I think according to all my notes down here, everything's been talked about. And I think that's it. So, I don't have any good Irish wisdom for you. I don't have any. I should have come up with some sort of like Irish poem that I could have read to you guys, but I didn't. But anyway, happy St. Patrick's Day. What's left of it, wherever you happen to be. It's kind of over here in Ohio now, and I'm getting ready to walk into my Sunday birthday. 47, number 47 for me. Not much else to show you, not much else to talk about. So, anyway, stitch all the things, start all the projects because you know you want to, buy all the projects because you know you want to, Get all the stash. They who die with the most stash wins. I'm not in the running for that. Not by any sort of way. I have a lot. And I have more than some people I know. But I'm definitely not in the lead for having the most stash when I die. Hopefully when I die, it's going to be many, many, many years out because I have a lot of things I want to finish and start and finish. But anyway, stitch all the things. Drink all the tea. Have all the birthday cake. Now, there's one for you. Have all the birthday cake because I'm going to have some tomorrow, hopefully. Hopefully. Drink all the stuff. Drink all the tea. Tea is good. If you don't like tea, drink all the coffee too. Yeah. Drink all the whatever you drink. For me, it's sweet wine. I love sweet wine. Ice wine, dessert wine, Moscato, sweet Riesling. Oh my goodness. Sweet wine. Sweet wine is where it's at. Drink all the sweet wine. I'll be drinking the sweet wine with you. Pet all your cats. Pet all your animals. Love on all your pets. Love on all the pets. Love on everybody. Love on your spouses. Love on your significant others. Love on your family members. Because you need to keep them close. And they need to know how much you really love them. And if you don't tell them that you love them, you need to find some way to tell them that you love them. Because you may not have tomorrow. And neither may they. So, just make sure that those around you know how much you love them. And take care of yourselves. Have a good week. Hopefully we'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.